Back in 1940, I had a cousin that was Sheriff Walter V. Atkinson, and he served 3 terms, which was statutory law at that time. And in about 1960, he started talking to me about running for sheriff.
One of the veterans in the sheriff's office is Hootie Bentley. Does he see himself also as some kind of a social worker? I asked.
That's true. We are a social worker. We got to try to work out the problem between man and wife. Well, sometimes it's finances, but most of your domestics are after they've been drinking or doing their drugs. That's, it's 99% of it's alcohol and drugs. If there's any sign of abuse at all, federal law says you must make an arrest on the primary aggressor. So.
Once a case goes to court, the sheriff or an officer designated by the sheriff must attend the court session held in the county.
We have 16 deputies at this time and authorized 1 other, which we'll be hiring here in the next 2 or 3 weeks probably. Anything that's happening as far as courts and subpoenas or warrants or attachments or anything that's going on, divorce papers and anything else, we take care of all that in the city and all over the county.
That keeps David Stewart busy, serving papers and checking if license fees have been paid. Once a potential customer has been spotted, it is a matter of great pride to exercise restraint.
How long have you lived down here?
We've been down here a couple of years, 4 years.
The officer is in constant communication with headquarters, where all information is verified.
DL check, please. Tennessee DL 67410076. She's got 3 violations. She's in violation of our county wheel tax ordinance because she's running Murray County plates without a Hickman County wheel tax. She's in violation of the Tennessee light law because she has a broken tail light. She's in violation of registration law for not having a registration on the vehicle, but I'm only going to write her for the wheel tax and give her warnings on the other 2. Sheriff Atkinson likes us to treat somebody like we want to be treated and be as fair as possible to them and not just keep dogging them when they're down. And if I'd have wrote her 3 tickets, that's kind of dogging a person when they're down.
Being the sheriff, I have as much authority in the city as I do outside the city limit because I cover the whole county entirely, and everybody understands that.
Understood is also that the sheriff is firm in upholding the law and fair in implementing it. That balance he expects to be present in his 17 deputies who constantly strive to make Hickman County a better place.
Basically, I'm the police officer in the schools. Anything law enforcement wise that happens during the day inside the school, I'm assigned to take care of it.
Michael's working, but he's not here. So if you want to...
Sheriffs also serve as jailers. County jails are responsible for the housing of misdemeanant prisoners and often serve as overflow for state prisoners.
Here we hold about 46, we're only supposed to hold 46 inmates, but as you can see over here, we've got 55.
A little crowded, to say the least.
I got one set of pair of pants that I brought in. That's it.
We got 2 subpoenas for testimony in court. We got 1 levy to pick up some items from a person. We got 3 more arrest warrants, all for worthless checks out of Dixon County. They'd like for us to pick up and transport to their county line. We got 1, 2, 3 juvenile warrants. All of those have to be served tonight on minors, which if they was an adult, they'd be arrested. So he needs to appear in court the 25th
He can't
of
appear
October.
in court because he's in state's custody right now.
Well,
How do I go about that?
your guess is as good as mine.
He's in state's custody. He was on a weekend pass. And he didn't touch the car, I done it.
Well, you make sure you're there at this time right here.
Okay.
You might want to get a hold of Mike Moon down at Department of Children's Services in the meantime and tell him you've been served with this. And this happened while he was here on leave, and see what he wants to do with it. So that's your copy on that. Heidi, would this by any chance be the Connor residence?
Yeah, you done for Floyd?
Oh, how far is it?
He can just go right through here and get him. Michael.
Well, is there a phone over there?
No.
Oh, okay.
Now, this one here has got to be served by tomorrow. They give it to me today, but it's got to be served, so the court date is tomorrow at 9 o'clock, see? So I have to go get it. I got to serve it right now. Well, I pulled out of Pittsburgh, rolling down at Eastern Seaboard. Got my diesel wound up and she's a-running like I never before. I just passed the Jimmy and the White, passing everything in sight. 6 days on the road, I'm gonna make it home. Well, the ICC, she's a trucking on down the line. I'm a little overweight and my logbook's way behind. I can find them a hold me tight, making my living alright. 6 days on the road, I'm gonna make it home. They have the court date set for November 2nd at 9 a.m. there, so I'm going to leave that with you there, and I wish you good luck.
All the sheriff can offer his deputies is employment while he is in office. Another downside is the danger that goes with the job. Even if the door is left open by mistake, one never knows what to expect inside. Every time a vehicle is stopped, a deputy makes sure he marks the car with his fingerprints so that in case of a mishap, the car can later be identified. Hootie Bentley recalls an incident that took place under the jurisdiction of another sheriff in 1984.
He first shot me during the standoff. Then about probably 30 minutes later, he shot my partner, putting his eye out. And then he shot the sheriff. And then he shot me again as I was trying to get to the sheriff and get him out of harm's way. He was standing right here in this corner of this driveway, coming out of the woods with a gun. And then we kept trying to talk him out. He wouldn't listen. Every time we'd say anything about getting his wife over here or anything, he'd just cuss us and tell us he didn't want to see his damn wife. And he'd start shooting again, so went on for about 2 hours. And after being shot myself the second time, the sheriff being shot, and my partner being shot, we had to finally do something. And unfortunately, we had to kill him, so.
Fortunately, these incidents don't occur every day. However, little did Deputy Bentley know that a month after this interview, he would again be involved in a shootout. This happened while he was supposedly enjoying his last day of vacation. Duty overruled leisure.
When the sheriff said it was going to be something dangerous, I knew when he said that, there's something bad.
4 Hickman County deputies were ambushed. 2 were critically wounded.
All of a sudden, another shot rang out and hit me. And I lost my radio, I lost my weapon that fell out of my hand, and I thought I was paralyzed. Like I said, Larry was shot through the hip with a deer slug, went all the way through, came out his other hip. So we thought that he was just going to come up and point blank shoot us again any time, so we just held hands. We'd said to each other, you know, probably over with, so we just held hands, expecting him to shoot us any time, point blank. So after about an hour and a half, the good Lord, some way, gave me the strength to get up. The doctors told me that when you have a stomach wound like I had, gut shot, The first hour is what they call the golden hour, and if you don't get medical attention within that first hour, you're usually a dead man. It was just a miracle to live, you know. They got me on that helicopter, and that's the last thing I knew. 8 days later, I woke up at Vanderbilt Hospital in trauma unit. I stayed in trauma unit 52 days. The community responded unbelievable how they responded. Never dreamed it, you know, that I guess that I was that well thought of, or I've been here all my life, but everybody's praying for me to live, and I was asking the good Lord to take me out when I was in the hospital. The public praying for me, I reckon, was a lot stronger than me asking him to take me on out, but, which of course I'm glad I didn't go on out now. At that time, though, I was so miserable. I wanted to for everybody's sake.
For the time being, Deputy Hootie Bentley is assigned to desk duty only.
Charlie Foxtrot Delta 618. Charlie Foxtrot Delta 618. It'll be 1081 on the vehicle if they'll ever stop here. Maples Florist.
I believe I'd step.
In October of 2010, 11 years after this documentary was made, I saw the now retired Sheriff Atkinson at Hardee's. He is a regular guest at the weekly senior citizen jamming session, enjoying his well-deserved retirement.